All right. What up, YouTube? It's your girl Pimp back with another video, back with another Black excellent video. Today's guest, Christopher Hightower, the comedian extraordinaire. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm doing good. How you feeling?
I ain't gonna complain. Not gonna complain at all. Ain't gonna do me no good at
That's
all.
what's up.
So what's been going on? Like, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, where you're from.
I'm Chris Hightower, born and raised in Danville, Illinois. I'm the funniest man in the 217. That's a area code in Illinois, of course. And
Yeah.
just been doing comedy for like 8 years. That's my night job. By day, I work at an elementary school. You can see I got my little district shirt on. So, like, for real, I just want you to know that these thoughts and views do not represent the district. I ain't trying to get
I
fired.
know
That's my
that's
day
right.
job. All right, let me cover that up. I'm gonna hit it with the old John Thompson, throw a towel over that. But I'm a graduate of Eastern Illinois University. Like I said, I've been doing comedy for about 8 years now. I've headlined multiple clubs throughout the Midwest, traveled a good portion of the country, and
Mhm.
I'm just trying to get my name out there.
Okay, okay. So I know you funny, but for those that don't know, how did it all start, like professionally?
Uh, I've been funny. I've been quote unquote funny my whole life. Like I love to
Mhm.
crack jokes. I'm lighthearted. I love to have fun. But I started doing stand up when I found out that I was about to have a child. I found out that my son was going to be born, and I had a couple of days where I kind of had an early midlife crisis.
Oh wow.
And the crisis was about the fact that everybody tells their kid to chase their dream,
Hmm.
and I didn't know how I could tell my son to chase his dream if I never chased my own dream. So that was when I first got on stage. I did an open mic over in Champaign, Illinois, and
Hmm.
ever since then I've just been going with it. I run my own show now here in Danville. I do a monthly show called Funny First Friday, and
Okay.
it's my passion.
Okay. Well, that's pretty dope. So
Thank you.
where does your ideas come from?
Life
Like,
is the funniest thing,
hmm.
and this is hard to say because we're living in a really rough time right now.
Yes.
But tragedy is often some of the funniest stuff. You
Hmm.
really have to find humor in your pain, and I say that because the old saying is laughter is the best medicine, and you
Yeah.
don't need medicine until you hurt, until you sick.
Hmm.
And the best cure for that oftentimes is laughter. I'll compare it to a funeral. Everybody's been to a funeral. Everybody's had to go through that phase of loss.
Lost.
And at some point during the funeral or after the funeral, somebody makes a joke or makes a little quip about the person that passed.
Hmm.
And everybody just lights up. And that laughter brings everybody right back. And
Hmm.
that's why I love doing what I do, because I bring joy to people.
Hmm.
In a time like this, is so important to have people like me who do bring joy, who do bring laughter, who try to find the silver lining in every gray cloud.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely. Wow, that's crazy, but you got a good point. Very good point. So how
Thank
do
you.
you feel the industry as a whole is moving? Because I feel like because of the pandemic, it's a lot more, shall I say, underground comedians that are like rising to the forefront. Because I seen Ryan Davis from when he first had his first video to now,
Yeah.
like it's like wow, it really blew up everybody during especially during the pandemic. It was already starting, with Desi and them, but I think the
Uh-huh.
pandemic, you at home, ain't nothing to do,
Yeah.
cracking jokes like you said about life, so
Uh,
how do you see the industry moving?
One thing I will say, you brought up Ryan Davis, and I feel like he's an excellent example of somebody who uses the platform of social
Mm-hmm.
media and uses the medium of social media very well. Him and Country Wayne,
Yes.
those two would be the two that I would probably use as an example that use social media and have the skill.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing you come across nowadays is everybody can make a video.
Yeah.
Anybody can make a video. And to be honest with you, being funny in a video isn't hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because you can say cut, you can edit, you can add things, you can remove things. If you make a mistake, nobody sees it.
Right.
Nobody sees you when you make a mistake on a skit because you're just gonna edit that out.
You gonna edit it out.
Now,
Mhm.
who can get on that stage? That's my thing personally. I'm one of those people. Give me an audience. I might not be able to make the best video. I might not make the best skit. But if you give me a stage, give me a microphone and an audience, I guarantee you, ain't too many people gonna do what I can do. And that's just my own belief in myself and my own abilities. Now, people like Ryan, people like Country Wayne, you see them in their skits, you see them in their social media videos, and then when they get on that stage, they still bring that fire. And you see the industry moving more toward that skits, that 30 seconds of funny, a minute and a half of funny, and post it online and go from there. The viral comedians. I don't really consider a lot of them comedians. You know what I'm saying? And that's not an insult to anybody in the game. That's just an honest assessment. It's like you do what you do. You can be great at it, you know? There's a lot of people out here making some great content, and that is vital because everything is consumed differently now. People aren't going and sitting down for 2.5 hours in a movie theater.
That's true.
And you got the outlet right in your hand at all times, your phone. I mean, both of us are working off of our phone right now. So everything's in the palm of your hand. So you have to adapt. And you see the industry moving more towards that. But me personally, I look for the ones who still have that stage presence. Who still get up on a stage and do a solid 12. Do a solid 15, you know. Everybody hears comedy specials and you think that doing a 30-minute set of comedy is just like not hard. Like it's just the easiest thing possible. And it's like, no, do a hot 8 minutes, do a hot 12 minutes, and see how long that really is when you on stage and them lights are on. So before you even think about doing a 30 or 45, can you do an 8? Can you do a 12? You know? So the individuals who are doing that, those are the ones that I'm really enjoying, that I'm checking for, that I'm like, okay, I gotta see them. Those are the comedians that I'm really looking for.
Understandable. So how do you prepare when you get on stage? Because I know people got their routines, you know.
Honestly, before the show starts, I typically just spend a good 15-20 minutes outside the venue or backstage, and I just kind of talk to myself a little bit. I just hype myself up a little bit, and then I just go do what I do. It's not necessarily a specific routine I have or any superstitions that I have. I just kind of find a moment to kind of get into my own head a little bit and organize my thoughts, because I'm not the type that likes to write a lot. You know, they tell you as a comedian, you need to be right. You need to be right. You need to be right. And I know some comedians who write 30 minutes a day, an hour a day. And if that's what works for them, that's great. But for me personally, I found that just me being me and telling the stories that I experienced, telling my life stories about my childhood, my high school years, my college years, and weaving that in and doing a lot of stage, a lot of crowd work, a lot of current event stuff, just because I'm a in the moment thinker. I like to get up there. If I had to find somebody whose style I would kind of like resemble somewhat, it would be like a Patrice O'Neal with a little bit of DL Hughley. Because DL, if you ever watch DL, he works the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, everybody remember DL from Comic View. He spent the opening of the show, he heating the crowd for like 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's just what you see on TV. So you gotta know in real life, it was probably a good 15 minutes of crowd work. And the reason why I like crowd work so much is because you bring your audience in. Yeah. I don't want you to feel like you have to participate in the show, but I want to make you feel like you are part of the show.
Okay. Understandable. And that makes a lot of sense. You know, we got to jump into the entertainment.
Yeah.
In particular, what you have posted about Lil Nas. I don't know.
Lil Nas X.
I don't know. You want to give the people a little breakdown?
The statement I made was simple. It was that it's funny how all of these conservative, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, your churchy people are out here saying how are they supposed to explain Lil Nas X to their kids, and not even just the churchy people, because you know what I'm saying, Bougie ain't no churchy dude. A lot of people are just out here saying like, how do I explain Lil Nas X to my kids, but I ain't hear them saying that about Tyler Perry. I ain't hear them saying that about Madea. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you explain Madea to your kids?
Yeah.
You know, and I made that status just because I knew it would start a conversation, and because it's something that just kind of trips me out a little bit is I won't say double standard, but it's the lack of awareness that comes with these type of situations. I mean, me personally, Lil Nas X is an artist. He a rapper. I don't have to like his music. I don't have to listen to his music, but apparently somebody's listening. You know, he's got an audience. He's got a fan base.
Yes.
And somebody appreciates his work. I don't have to explain that to my kid. I don't. And if my son does have questions, then it's up to me to have honest, healthy conversation with him.
Absolutely.
But everybody acts like it's this big, like, oh my God, he's making our kids gay and woo, woo, woo. And it's like, how?
Right.
How? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he making your kid gay? Your kid seeing Lil Nas X do whatever he's doing, whether it be the I'm pregnant thing or the video. Like, put like this, I ain't seen nobody. I didn't hear a soul say Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion are making my daughters lesbians.
Yeah.
They came out with WAP.
Man,
and it's the two of them. They bumping coochies all in the video. They like, but ain't nobody come out and say they making my daughters lesbians. No, them same dudes who was saying, how do I explain this to my son, was like, damn, that's you see Meg, you see Cardi, and it's just like, it's like, bro, you can't have this double standard. It makes no sense. It's illogical. It's just absolutely illogical, because at the end of the day, that artist has the right to make the art that they see fit. And specifically with him, he's speaking to his childhood. He's speaking to his experiences. So somebody out there is going through something similar. And if he can be a bridge for those people, for anybody who's going through that, I salute the man.
Absolutely,
you know, like, you're not gonna see me riding down the street bumping a new model, like, hey, bro, you got that new Lil Nas X? Like, no.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna be out here saying you shouldn't listen to it and protect your kids and all the craziness.
All the craziness.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
Oh my God. So what you think about the whole, me personally, he ain't getting out, but the whole R. Kelly thing?
Man, Kels ain't getting out. Kels ain't getting out. And I hate to, like, it's messed up, man. I hate to say this, but like, his music is timeless. You can't change that. Like, I'm sorry. It goes back to the art. You can't change that. You know? You can't change that. Like, I'm sorry. If you put on Step in the Name of Love, like, I'm naturally just going, like, naturally you gonna sway.
Right, LGP.
You know? Now, is R. Kelly a terrible person? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know what I'm saying? Did he do some terrible things? Yes, it seems that way.
Yeah, we saw it 20 years ago, you know?
Yeah, and the crazy part is, like, it ain't like it was a secret.
Right.
We knew. I'm from Danville. I went to college in Charleston, and I had a ton of friends in college from Chicago, you being one of them. And I had many of them tell me, like, oh, we knew R. Kelly picking up girls at the Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
Like, we know R. Kelly is right outside of Whitney Young. Like, like, this wasn't no secret, you know? Like, so it's kind of it's a real slippery slope, because there are a lot of people who did a lot of foul stuff for a real long time, and now they finally being called on it.
Right.
And what you end up with is a lot of, well, what about this person? Because this person did that too. So it's almost like the movies when they get one person in the interrogation room and that one person just start flipping on everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like, now you're looking at everybody with the side eye. Like, you looking at everybody like, ooh, was he doing this? Was he doing that? So it's just, man, but Kels ain't getting out. Like, he not getting out.
He's not getting out. And I kind of wish they would hold the people who saw him do it, help him do it, accountable as well. Because I'm like, they not going to jail either.
That's the, man, look, man. But that's fame. That's the way
Yeah.
fame works. Like, I mean, I tell a joke about the fact that if you are talented enough, people will let you do anything.
Yeah.
If you talented enough, people will let you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you got the talent. Jerry Lee Lewis, you know what I'm saying? Married his cousin.
Yeah.
Elvis. He was out here marrying, he married what, 14, 15-year-old Priscilla. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly, he was doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson. I ain't gonna say Michael Jackson did that because hey, that's a whole nother story.
A
But
whole nother
Michael
story.
Jackson, you know what I'm saying? If enough talent, people will let you do anything. And then if you put power with that talent,
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
it's a wrap. That's crazy. That is crazy. How do you feel about the whole Biden administration? How they handling everything?
Oh man, it's terrible, honestly.
What I know, because what we gonna do?
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? We really, as a country, I feel like we are. They say a civilization lasts for like 250 years, and we coming up on 250 real fast in America. And it really feels like, well, not a civilization, an empire.
Empire.
But it really feels like we're in the death throes of this empire, and it's simply because we got to a point where it was Biden or Trump, and everybody said, "Well, I'm gonna go with Biden because he's the lesser of two evils." And I'm not gonna sit here and act like Trump wasn't what he was. Like everybody knows who Trump was, but then it ain't like Biden is that much better. You know what I'm saying? Like Biden is the same dude who was against busing students in the schools in the 60s and 70s. He the same dude who was down with Strom Thurmond in the 60s and 70s. Like we as a country just kind of like gloss over people's truth so we can take what it is we want from them. And we wanted Biden to be the savior. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Obama. People wanted Obama to be a savior. So they glossed over all of the bullshit that you saw and all of the bullshit you felt. So you gloss over all of that. And then when it comes back, you don't know what to say, or you don't know what to do, or you just tell yourself, well, imagine if the other guy was in there. Imagine how much worse it would be. And it's like, bruh, like it's almost to the point of like how you want to die. You want somebody to take you out back and shoot you in the head, or do you want somebody to take you out back and suffocate you?
Right.
You know? Right. Like that's really your options right now. Because if you look at, and the prime example is everything going on down there at the border with the immigrants coming from Haiti. Like, come on, man, y'all got border patrol. Think about that, border patrol, which sounds way too much like slave patrol for me.
Right.
And you got them on horseback with whips. Whipping people, telling them to go back. Like you don't see that. And it's crazy because you don't see nobody. They talked about that for maybe one news cycle.
Wow.
Maybe one news cycle did they really talk about that. And none of the individuals that you see championing immigrants from Mexico or Honduras or any of the other Central American countries, all them people, they quiet right now.
Quiet as hell.
They quiet, you know? Like it's the fact that black pain equals gain for so many people.
Yeah.
Black pain is a profitable industry. And you see it. I mean, we got a situation going on here in my hometown right now. It's a young man named Jelani Day. He's been literally missing for 28 days now. Man. 28, 29 days he's been missing. Yeah. They found his car an hour away in a wooded area. Nobody can find him. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins. He comes from a huge family. Nobody is talking about that outside of our bubble.
Our community. Yep.
You know, now you probably heard something about it because you run in a circle similar to mine. You know people we went to school with, and he's a member of my fraternity. So in our circle, we've heard about it. But the young lady, rest her soul, that just got found in Wyoming. Like she was missing and the whole world stopped.
The FBI whole world stopped.
And it just shows you like, it just goes to show you like that's how media work. So you just gotta, it's messed up, but you almost to a point where you just gotta accept bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part about dealing with a lot of media, about dealing with the news and current events, is that you have to accept bullshit, because that's really what it is. And when you say something about it, people want to label you as being a troublemaker, or label you as being a malcontent. And it's like, nah, man, I'm just pointing out my truths.
Right.
I'm pointing out to you what I see. Like, this is my experience. This is my life. This is what I go through on a day-to-day basis. And it's just sad. I mean, look at the way people treating this vaccine.
Yeah.
You literally got people who get vaccinated but won't tell nobody because they don't want to lose no street cred with their friends.
And that is so crazy to me.
Like,
It's grown as hell. What the
like,
fuck?
come on, the Fox News crowd, they out here literally getting vaccinated, and then they want to keep it a secret because they don't want nobody to know that they went and got vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like that, if that's not a clear sign that we got problems and issues in this country that are way bigger.
Yeah,
than
what's going on.
Oh yeah. Like, it's deep, but it's what this country is founded on.
Absolutely, man. I tell people that all the time. It wouldn't run. It wouldn't be the country it is if it didn't.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, I hate to have that some people would say I have a pessimistic outlook, but no, I've just paid attention in social studies and history class. Like, that's what we founded on. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
So I can't sit here and act shocked.
Right.
That the news media ain't looking for Jelani. I can't be shocked about it. It's sad. I have to expect it and try and share messages on my social media. And to be honest with you, when everything first happened, like, I was like, you know what, man, I don't want to be like sharing this a whole bunch just because I don't want nobody. And it's sad that I got to say this, but this is the generation we live in. I ain't want nobody to think I was like clout chasing, because everybody out here is doing anything for clout, anything for likes, anything for shares. And I was like, man, I'm liking comments. I donated some money. I'm trying my best to support it, but not sure how. And now it's like, I look back on that and I'm like, damn, it's messed up that I was really unsure about that. Supporting because of the generation we live in, because the way things are, you know. So now I'm sitting here just looking back on it like, damn, I think I dropped the ball. You know what I mean? So it's hard all the way around. It's really a difficult situation all the way around. And then to be reminded of it when you see that young lady who went missing and seeing the way they stopped the whole world, like FBI, and I get it, they would cross state lines, so that's why the FBI was involved. And but at the end of the day, like, it's been damn near a month. The local news down here did a segment about it yesterday. And I understand mistakes happen. My degree is in electronic media production, so I understand mistakes happen in in that setting. I understand that people make mistakes in the engineering room. But in the middle of them doing the story on Jelani, they mistakenly put up the video of the girl missing, of the white lady Gabby missing. What? And it's just like, come on now, like, wow, that's really where we at with it. That's really where we at with it. Like, y'all the only news station even mentioning it to begin with. This ain't national news, you know what I'm saying? And he been missing for a month. This is a grad student, mind you. You know what I'm saying? Educated black man.
Educated black man, yes.
And these are the mistakes you make?
Wow.
And it's just like, damn, man, like, the hell? What the hell? But yeah, I mean, that's really all you left to say is like, what the hell is really going on? Because it's just, man, it's just messed up. It's messed up. And that's kind of that's the hand we dealt here. And all we can do is try our best to make do with the hand we was dealt.
that we dealt with, and definitely keeping his family in the prayers. I did see the video with his mom. You know, you felt her, you felt it in her voice, like she wanted her son.
Yeah,
You know.
man, I've been knowing his mama my whole life. Me
Mm-hmm.
and his mama worked together. We
Mm,
both worked at the unemployment office here in Danville. Like
mm-hmm.
I've been knowing her, I've been knowing their family my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Like all his brothers accused, his dad is accused. Like like I've been knowing these people my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing them go through this is like it's unreal. Honestly, it don't even feel
That.
like yeah. So it's just man, it's frustrating, especially when, like I said, when you see how fast this country can assemble for some people.
Mm-hmm. And not for all. Yeah.
Come on.
Cool child. Last thing on entertainment, you know, we just recently lost AJ Johnson.
Hmm.
Before that, Michael Williams, and then before that, another comedian. I forgot his name. And it's just like, you know, I know AJ Johnson, his, you know, autopsy hadn't came out, but it's just like, what's going on with the drugs? Like,
Man,
going on? I'm praying that his come back something else, because it's just like,
yeah.
damn, you know?
As far as that go, man, I feel like that. I really feel like that comes back to all of this COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Like you had a lot of people who. Well, let me say it this way. There are a lot of people out there right now who are going through something. There are a lot of people out there who are battling demons, and a lot of people had those demons in check. There are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people whose demons were running rampant. I mean, it's always going to be that way. But
Mm-hmm.
there were also a lot of people who had those things in check, and then you take away life from them for damn near 2 years, and you expect them to still be all right.
All right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
like people can't go see their therapist like they used to. People can't go out and do the same coping mechanisms that they were doing before.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Was it March 13th, 2020?
2020, yeah.
That's when the
Yeah.
country shut down, March 13th, 2020.
Yep.
Before that, like, and I mean, I know this just personally because I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna sit here and act like I have the deepest issues, but a lot of the things that I was doing regularly to keep myself going, to keep myself where I want myself mentally, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do for like a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
During shutdown, like for real, I done gained like a solid 65 to 80 pounds. Just
Man.
because like you couldn't get up and go to the gym. You couldn't get up and move around. And everybody battles stuff differently. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Some people have drug addiction. Some people have addictions to other things. And whatever your addiction is, during COVID, during the shutdown, I feel like everybody's addictions grew.
Yeah.
You
Four
know what I'm
times.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you were just stuck with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and that's not me giving that as a cop out. That's just me being honest.
Honest.
You
Mm-hmm.
you had a lot of people who had a lot of time on their hands and had their way of life, and a lot of people had their way of making a living
Living.
taken away from them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's really it's something that I don't think we're gonna come out of for another. Like I hear people talking about I can't wait for COVID to be over. And it's like I'm telling you right now, if they found a new vaccine that was 100%, you know what I'm saying, efficacy. I think I used that word right. But if it had 100% efficacy and it eliminated the virus and nobody could ever get COVID again, they come out with a way to get rid of COVID completely
Mm-hmm.
today. If that happened today, and then they immediately put it out there and everybody had to take it and,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody took it and nobody had COVID no more, we still wouldn't see the end of the remnants of COVID and the
Mm-hmm.
effects of
And the
COVID
effects of
for
COVID.
another 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
son 8, he gonna be dealing with this till he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
And that's just real because you got a generation of kids whose education was stopped and
Man.
restarted and changed.
Yes.
You know, you got a generation of people who now have to accept a whole new normal. You know, like I saw a meme the other day and it was so real. It was funny, but it was so real. It was a picture of a mask on the ground and it said, "This is the new cigarette butt." Like that's really like that's the world that they live in now. Like
that's
when
true.
I was in my son in third grade, if you took me back to third grade, back in the 90s when I was in third grade, and a kid walked in the classroom with a mask on, I would think that kid was the outbreak monkey. Yep. I would think that kid is either Doogie Howser or he's here to kill everybody.
Yep.
But now that's they normal now.
And they talked about Mike. Remember when Mike used to have a mask on?
Come on now.
Yeah. They was like, he gone crazy.
Yeah. And now that's what you're supposed to do. And then you see that there's a lot of countries that have been wearing masks.
Yeah.
And this is why. Yeah. So, you know, the whole world has just changed. Everything is different now. So the social effects, the personal relationship effects, the governmental effects, all of those different things are going to be affected for at least the next 20 years because of COVID. So we can't really sit here and think that it's going to be over anytime soon.
Yeah.
With or without a cure. And we have to, I hate to say that we have to accept, but we have to accept that a lot of people are suffering. A lot of people don't know where to look to for help. A lot of people don't know how to get help. And a lot of people don't want to ask for help.
For help, yeah, that's the biggest one.
Yeah, don't nobody want to ask for help because then you viewed as weak. You know, I don't want to look weak. I don't want nobody to think I'm soft. I don't want nobody to know I'm hurting. So yeah, man, this COVID thing has really, really had a life-altering and life-changing effect. And when you're dealing with artists, comedians particularly, like I never forget when Robin Williams committed suicide. It blew my mind. Yeah, I was like, why would Robin Williams kill himself? He like the happiest, coolest dude ever. And then I got deeper and deeper into comedy, and it just kind of clicked in my head. It was like, I'm making everybody else happy. I'm making everybody else laugh. I'm bringing everybody else joy. When do I do that for me?
Yeah, no.
When does somebody do that for me?
Yeah.
You know, like as a comedian,
that's deep.
The first thing people ask you as a comedian is, tell me a joke, make me laugh.
Make me laugh.
Like, you don't walk up to no other profession and do that. You don't walk up to somebody after they tell you they're an accountant and be like, okay, add 333 plus 212.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't give them your taxes and be like, hey, go ahead, balance my books.
Right.
You know, you don't walk up to the police and be like, arrest me, tase that person. You know?
Right.
But as a comedian, like, you have to always be on. It's almost like, I feel like the way Eminem rapped in the early 2000s, like a lot of that is the life of a comedian. It's like you always got to be on, no matter where I'm at, no matter who I'm around. Yeah. You know, like, and I'm just sitting here trying to have lunch with my son. I'm trying to eat dinner. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just the life of a comedian. And when you have that type of pressure on you, or you put that type of pressure on yourself, and then you combine that with all of this stuff going on in the world, whether it be COVID, whether it be race relations in America, whether it be the government, like all of that adds up, and eventually you get to the point where you're ready to break. And that's what you're seeing with a lot of artists. You know, Michael K. Williams, rest in peace. Like, that's, and he had just done Lovecraft Country, a show that brought up so much generational trauma for him, that touched on so much. Like, how could you be shocked that the man relapsed? Yeah. You know? Yeah. So you just got to pray for people's mental peace, man.
And send good energy. Send good energy.
Yeah, got to. Surround yourself with good energy. Got to. Yeah. I used to think that was crazy talk when I was young. Like, what you mean good energy? Like, what? And then I had somebody ask me, what does the human body run off of? I was like, what you mean? It was like, what does the human body run off of? I was like, oxygen. They was like, yes, but no. I'm like, well, your blood. It was like, yes, but no. And I was like, what do you mean, yes, but no? And they was like, no, you run off of an electrical current.
Yeah.
That's why when you have a heart attack or you go flatline, the first thing they do, they rub in little panels and shock you back to life. They're trying to give you an electrical current. You run off of one, you know? And what does every electrical current have? Like, just like a battery, you got positive charges and negative charges.
Yep.
If you surround yourself with negative charges, come on.
Come on, yeah.
That's why you got to keep that positive energy in your circle.
Yeah, yep. Oh man, preaching.
My mom always said I was going to be a teacher, a preacher, or a politician. And it's crazy because I've been a teacher before. I've been a politician before. The only thing I ain't done is be a preacher. But I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could be a preacher. I don't want that type of responsibility.
I know that's right.
Come on now. I don't want to. You telling me I'm responsible for your soul, nigga? Your soul? And the money? Come on now. Come on. Too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
To me. Yes. Forget a building fund, rent due. I've been done.
Okay.
Man.
Oh, that's horrible, but it's true.
It's real. That's why I leave it alone. No. I leave that to the good guys.
So tell us about this upcoming event. What is a Sneakerhead comedy show coming up?
Man, my boy comedian OJ Lamont. He's been doing a sneaker ball comedy show. This is his 7th one. He's been doing it in different volumes at the Laugh Factory in Chicago. He's one of my friends, one of my boys. He done came down here and headlined my show a couple times, and he hit me up, was like, bro, man, you got to come do it. And it's crazy because I'm not a sneakerhead. So like I already told him, I said, bro, I'm getting me a pair of New Balances. Hey, I'm gonna be up in that bitch in some New Balances because I'm over 300 pounds, diabetic. I'm not about to be out here in Nikes. Them shit's
It's some nice
New Balances.
It's some nice New Balances out there.
Come on, man. The doctor told me, he was like, Chris, you gotta. She was like, look, I understand you like the Nikes, but they're for thin foot people. You got a fat foot.
Damn.
You need to some New Balances. And I was like, bitch, what? I can't be fresh in New Balances. I can't be walking the halls of the school in New Balances. Kids gonna be looking at me like I'm one of them old white teachers. Then I went and got some New Balances. Them shits is the most comfortable fucking shoe. What? I'm telling you, they've been calling them old white man shoes for years. It's a case of the white man hiding shit from us right in our face. Because if they gonna hide it right in front of you. They've been telling you your whole life. New Balances are old white guy shoes that cut the grass and go to the grocery store on Saturday.
They claim the CEO supposed to be racist. So
hey, they signed Kawhi Leonard. That's one nigga.
That's what I said.
I buy their shoes, so I make 2.
Yep. They met they quoted in.
Hey, them shit's comfortable. Them shit's comfortable. I'm gonna go buy me a pair for this show. I'm getting me a custom pair, and it's gonna say my nigga. And the N in New Balance is gonna be the N for nigga. I'm telling you. I'm wearing my nigga shoes. October 17th, Laugh Factory, Chicago, Illinois. Show starts at 9. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. I've shared the link on my page. I'm gonna keep sharing it and pubbing it. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get to the city as much as possible now. I'm up there for that show October 17th. I'll be back up that way November 2nd. I'll be up there.
Okay, I gotta catch that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm man, look, I'm trying to get out there. I'm sick of going to this elementary school. I'm sick of it. I don't want to go to school no more.
No more.
No, what? Especially in COVID. You know how hard it is to keep kindergartners with their mask on their nose?
I bet.
And them niggas don't give a damn.
Yeah.
They will pull their mask down to sneeze. Like, motherfucker, the whole point of the mask is to catch a sneeze.
Right.
Here you are pulling that shit down, spraying your COVID all over the room.
Not covering them out.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh no. And you can't be mad at them because they 8, they 7, they 6. Like, hey man, all right, man.
Yeah. And they
dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
They dirty little people. They digging their nose, they white boogers on stuff. They nasty.
They is nasty.
I'm trying to get away from them.
Man, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. No.
But that shit pays the bills. So shout out my job. I don't want to quit. I don't want to leave until I'm ready. Don't Don't y'all watch this shit and be like, oh, Chris think he too good for dealing with boogers and
You know
snot.
they will. You know.
Man, look. That's the only reason I joined the teachers union.
I know that's right.
You're gonna have to work to get me up out this motherfucker.
Oh,
You're gonna have to work.
You're gonna have to work. Well, I definitely appreciate this interview.
Anytime.
October 17th, 9 p.m.
October 17th.
Oh, and it's gonna be on the north side, I seen. I was like, okay.
Come on now, Laugh Factory Chicago. We down,
Okay.
we bougie. We up there with the good white folks. Come on now. Come on now. We like what, like 8 blocks from Boys Town, ain't we?
Yep, you sure is.
Right. They probably gonna be listening to Lil Nas X. So come through.
Yeah,
Come on now.
They kick it down there, and then around the corner,
Man.
2 blocks down is the Cubs Stadium. It'd be a whole bunch of stuff going on down there.
Oh, come on now. And I'm gonna be up there kicking it. Buy me a drink. You ain't taking me home, nigga. Buy me a drink. Shit.
Buy me a drink.
I crack jokes for a drink. You know what I'm saying? Long as you paying. You paying.
Yeah.
You know?
If you paying.
Come on.
Shit. Oh man. Well, YouTube, that's been another good video. Like I said, appreciate you, Christopher. Hightower. Make sure you go check them out. Oh man.
Thank you.
Now your girl over here gonna be back with another video. But on that note, peace out. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all head out there October 17th and November 2nd as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But until
Laugh Factory Chicago.
Laugh Factory. All right, YouTube. It's been one. I'll let y'all when we see y'all. Peace.
Hey, I'm about to make my best light skin face real quick.
Okay. Okay.